What if it's true?
Do I need to remind you what is out there?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about. And in this world, that sort of shit's good for one thing. Getting you killed.
It has been 2 weeks since Naughty Dog's new PS3 exclusive, The Last of Us, was released for the public's enjoyment, and has certainly lived up to its expectations. I won't waste time summarizing the game's plot, as it is safe to assume that if you are watching this video, you already know about the world that Joel and Ellie, the main characters, live in. But this does not mean I am not reviewing the story in detail. Last of Us, like many of Naughty Dog's previous games, is very reliant on a strong narrative. In this area, no one can say Naughty Dog did a poor job. The story is compelling and plays well to the lore of the world, while allowing the player to find out more about the infections they continue to play on. This technique is implemented not only in the cutscenes, but also when playing with levels, as the characters talk about their situation and the environment around them. Superb voice acting and scripting makes these sections interesting and add to the believability of the game. The story in The Last of Us is filled with ups and downs, and leaves the player feeling helpless at times. But for every cutscene in which bad things happen, one appears with some uplifting news. Yet again, this seeps into the player's emotions and makes them feel as Joel and Ellie feel. The story is happy as sad, exciting but terrifying, and all in all, unforgettable. But even the best story needs good gameplay.
Did we lose him?
Yeah,
But we're not in the clear, right?
not while we're in this city.
The Last of Us engages the player with its incredible gameplay mechanics. The shooting and fighting scenes are done so well that the player almost feels as though every fight was planned out. However, the player is not forced to engage enemies and shoot out some brawls if he wants to be stealthy. Sneaking up and choking enemies is a smart option, as gunfire draws the attention of other attackers.
Fucking A, man.
If a level is too difficult, the player can also completely avoid a fight by good navigation. When Joel and Ellie aren't fighting against the undead or hunters, they are fighting against the environment. As the game is set 20 years after the apocalypse, many structures have become weak and impassable. Joel and Ellie are able to climb and crawl through certain paths to get to their destination. At times, it can be challenging to figure out where to go next, but the game will give you hints if you are stuck. Both the climbing and shooting are done particularly well and very fun for the player. One of the biggest things that sets this game apart from the other zombie adventures is the companionship between Ellie and Joel. The game forces the two unlikely friends to work together to stay alive. Throughout the campaign, many things challenge that relationship, and making sure the two protagonists stay together quickly becomes vitally important to the player. Naughty Dog also made sure that the AI would react differently as Joel and Ellie became closer, such as Ellie yelling fearfully out for Joel when he was in danger, and Joel getting angry when a hunter touched Ellie. This development adds to the already realistic world in The Last of Us. But the game is not perfect. The beautiful environment seems unchangeable as bullets don't break windows, doors, and chains that shouldn't be bulletproof are. It's understandable that the game would become too easy if every time something got in your way you could just shoot a door open. But maybe a horde of zombies could hear the lock snap and come running towards you. This would create more choice when thinking about sneaking or shooting your way through a level. The other flaw is the enemy AI. The AI does not expect Ellie to get in between them and Joel, and therefore completely ignores Ellie when it happens. It doesn't ruin the fight, but the change from Ellie interacting wholly with the world to being disregarded altogether cheapens the game a bit. I want to make my opinion clear. Naughty Dog really struck one out of the park with The Last of Us and created a breathtaking game with an amazing story. The Last of Us is rated 9.8 out of 10 for minor flaws. Thanks for watching Game Nation, and be sure to tell us what you think.
We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
After all we've been through. Everything that I've done. It can't be for nothing.